Imagine being at the absolute top of your game, an NBA champion, a six-time All-Star, and then in one single misstep, it all comes crashing down. Not slowly, not gradually, in one moment. That is exactly what happened to Boston Celtics star Jayson Tatum, and for 42 weeks, the world held its breath, wondering, would he ever come back? It was May 12th, Game 4 of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals at Madison Square Garden. The Boston Celtics were locked in a fierce battle against the New York Knicks when, in the final minutes of the game, Jayson Tatum went down. He did not just fall, he crumbled, and as he was helped off the court and brought to the locker room, something in him broke, not just physically, but emotionally. In an exclusive interview with People magazine, Tatum opened up about that devastating moment. He revealed that he sat in the locker room and cried for 2 hours straight. He said that so many things ran through his mind all at once, whether his career was over, whether he would be traded, and that his entire basketball life flashed before his eyes. He described it as having the one thing he had done his whole life, as far back as he could remember, snatched away from him. And he admitted that has been a very tough pill to swallow. For the next 10 months, Tatum refused to stay down. Day after day, he pushed himself through grueling physical therapy, workouts, and the relentless mental battle that comes with a major injury. He was medically cleared to practice in early February and cleared to play by the end of the month. But the physical clearance was only half the battle. The mental hurdle, the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, that was the real mountain to climb. Tatum told People that the way he feels now is night and day compared to the beginning of the season. He acknowledged that while he was physically cleared and able to do everything he needed to do, it had been a long time since he had competed or played in a real game, and that mental hurdle, he said, is a very real thing. But he also shared that when he first got back on the court, he expected to feel scared. Instead, it was the complete opposite. In a strange way, having a ball back in his hands just felt like coming home, like he was in his natural state. Like, as he put it, he was born to do this. Behind every comeback is a support system, and for Tatum, it was his family. His mother, Brandy Cole, his toddler son, Dylan, who now calls out for his dad every time he sees him on screen. And then there is Deuce, his 8-year-old son who became his most enthusiastic cheerleader through the entire ordeal. Tatum shared with People that Deuce would constantly ask him if he was ready yet and whether he was playing that day. He made a promise to his son that Deuce would be the very first person he told when he knew he was coming back. He also spoke about how Deuce helped him through the darkest moments, the times when he doubted himself and felt like the smallest person in the world because he could not do what he loved. He said that Deuce, just being an innocent kid, would ask him to go outside or go swimming, completely unaware of the weight his father was carrying. And that innocence, he explained, really helped him, because whether he ever makes another shot or not, Deuce thinks the world of him. Then came March 6th, a date that Boston Celtics fans had been waiting on for months. Despite reports swirling all week about his imminent return, Tatum's decision was a true game day call. Even some of his closest circle did not know for certain what he would choose, right up until shortly before tip-off. And then the answer came. He laced up. After 42 weeks, Jayson Tatum was back, stepping onto the TD Garden floor to face the Dallas Mavericks. Ahead of the game, Tatum told People that he might be emotional when he stepped onto the court, but that he would also be excited and anxious. Most of all, he said, he would be proud of himself for making it to that point, because there had been some very long days over those 42 weeks. He also addressed the critics and pundits who questioned whether he was rushing back. He said that while everybody has their own opinion, which is fair, people need to understand that he is the one going through it. He had spoken to doctors and specialists, leaned on people far smarter than himself, and he knew how he felt. Will he be the same Jayson Tatum who won an NBA championship in 2024, who earned 6 All-Star selections? Nobody knows for sure, not even him. But what is clear is this: the man who walked back onto that court is not broken. He is rebuilt. Tatum was honest with People about his expectations. He acknowledged that he understood the magnitude of his injury and that it would not be like his first day back on the court and he would immediately be the player he was in the playoffs last year. He said he knows there will be a grace period, a progression, but he wants to start somewhere and trend upward, getting back to who he was. And he said he has no doubt that is possible. And that right there is what resilience looks like. Not just getting knocked down, but having the courage to stand back up when the entire world is watching. Jayson Tatum's story is not just about basketball. It's about what happens when everything you love is stripped from you and you choose to fight your way back anyway. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe to the Report Sound, because we don't just report the news, we tell you the stories behind it. Drop a comment below and let us know. Do you think Tatum will get back to his championship level best? We want to hear from you. The Report Zone. Stories that matter.